Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Today we're going to be opening up yet another Sorcery booster box. We're going to talk about collecting. This is another one from a loose box. It's not from a case. If you're in the United States, you can tell if your box is from a loose kind of purchase because of the code on the bottom. Yeah, if you're looking for singles, head on over to gamegrove.gg, where we do have a ton of Sorcery singles up for purchase, foils, non-foils, all sorts of stuff, and we are on box like 77 in our hunt to find a curio. Now check this out. Listen, looking 77 boxes, and I have kept foils that I don't have. So I just want you to see how hard it is to do a foil collection here. Let me pull this up for y'all. It is so difficult. Man, I thought I had this all set up. It is so difficult to get a foil collection. Look at this. This is what I'm still missing in foil. I'm missing like 10, 15, 20 unique still. I'm missing ordinaries still in 77 boxes. I'm still missing ordinaries, tons of exceptionals, and a magnitude of elites. It is a tough road to collecting this game. So as much as I am also opening for the website at gamegrove.gg, I am also still trying to find a considerable amount of foils for my own collection. So it's a lot of fun to open up, and I thank you guys for being with me on this journey. Today we're going to talk about collecting and its importance in TCGs. There's been quite a bit of dialogue in the community about different things and things that companies need to do. And one of them, I think, is just like not understanding the importance of something that is collectible in a trading card game. And I think that one of my favorite aspects to any TCG is the chase and the collectability and the nature of, I guess the word acquiring would be appropriate, the nature of acquiring a goal and accomplishing, a pristine paradise. That card is just absolutely beautiful. A unique sight of virgin splendor. It goes for me all the way back to Pokemon. I remember being a kid and being absolutely enamored by this idea of you've got to collect them all. You have to. And the goal was set in me from a long time ago to fill a collection of, we're going to get this is going to be a unique box. It's going to be a unique sight box. My dogs are going nuts. We got the Kingdom of Agartha. My dogs are going nuts for the unique sight box here. And I think that, I get it. There's a lot of different things when you have a TCG, right? There's the finance side of it. There's the play side of it. But I think oftentimes the collecting side of it gets underappreciated. In that, a Wind Blast. Man, this card is so cool. Absolutely gorgeous. The collecting side of it gets underappreciated, and I think the team at Sorcery and Eric Scuriosa have done a great job of setting up this game to be collectible. It is something that when you open, you say to yourself, man, I want more. We got a unique sight box, everyone. Vaults of Zool. You say to yourself, I want to get more of it, and I want to collect all of it, and I want to be able to look at all the pictures, and I want to be able to whatever. And I think that it often gets downplayed compared to playing and investing. But the most important thing to a TCG, I think, is its collectability. You can have a game that is just fun to play. If it has no collectability, it's not going to feel special. Oh, snap, an Adept Illusionist. Hold on, Cave Trolls? Adept Illusionist. In a TCG, look at that card. That is a gorgeous elite foil. Do I need that one? I think I might need that one. I don't. All right, that'll be up on the website. If you're going to create a trading card game that's not going to be collectible, what you have there is like a legacy game where you should just be able to buy all the cards. It shouldn't come in randomized packs, and it just is the core tenet of a trading card game is the collectability and nature of the game. And so I want to thank you guys for watching me try to collect all these sets and for being here on the videos. I just chose to kind of share it with you because there's an advertising metric to this too of the website, but also like I wanted to share the idea that I'm going to try to pull a crazy card. I'm gonna try to collect it, and I'm gonna try to get some awesome stuff. So, oh, now we got a Quagmire. Man, the artwork is just so good. But picking up and go, oh my gosh, look at that art. See, like this stuff, if you could just buy a box set of this, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't create the excitement, and people like having things that are just a little bit, you know, elusive and harder to get. This is the difference between a board game and a trading card game. You know, that there is an inherent chase to it, and that's part of what makes things so fun and special for the TCG community. And so I think that's really important. So I just wanted to say that as we lean into a lot of box openings and we have a lot of fun, you know, it's a little bit frustrating to see that sometimes collecting gets pushed aside as like a secondary option or secondary importance, when really the trading card game, you can have just card games, but then they fail to be a TCG or a collectible card game, a CCG. It's one of the core tenets. I'm not saying, I mean, listen, we played last night, me and Brian, my buddy Brian played, and I used the pre-cons with him. He had an absolute blast. And behind the scenes here, it's been a lot of fun to see people learning and playing and enjoying it. And I'm working on getting those guys to a point where we can record videos and we can be and doing stuff. But yeah, anyway, major explosion. All right, let's get back to it. Market is, again, I think pretty solid. It is, it's holding up. I don't think it matters, to be honest. Like the box prices tend to be following what you get in the singles, which shows the demand for the singles, which is really good. So, you know, as if the game keeps growing, I think box prices will remain. If the game kind of stagnates until beta, we might have ourselves some downward ticks in the box prices, but singles are moving super good. You know, it seems like every week different people are coming to the website and picking up singles, and everything. I don't know. I think this game is in a really healthy place right before beta comes out. I think, and I hope beta flushes out at, you know, 130 to 160, and it's on the shelf in stores, and we can really see the game take off from there as people are able to get the cards they need. Oh, an occult ritual. There we go. All right, so it's not going to be a unique site box. Cave trolls. But let's see if we can get ourselves something crazy, something fun. So far, we've got some decent foils, but nothing crazy. Excuse me. Ooh, Orb of All Birth. This artwork is some of the coolest. Like, it's hard to get on the camera, but the closer you look into that, the more depth that it has. So I'm curious from you. Leave it in the comment section. If you are, I believe that things that sustain a TCG, something that sustains a TCG, is its gameplay. That if you're going to have the excitement and hype of an investable game, then you need to have the gameplay behind it that sustains that past the hype cycles. But that collectability is what holds the glue together between a investable card game, like like something that the hype is there, like, you know, you're a Lorcana, right? Like the stuff, like the hype and people are investing in it, people whatever. An investable, the glue that holds a card game together is the collectability from players. It allows your players to not get, you know, burnt by buying into a game then not having any value. You know, you spend hundreds of dollars on a game and then it just disappears and vanishes because it wasn't collectible at all, and because it didn't, you know, they didn't protect the print runs, and they weren't worried about that. And so then the game can't sustain itself and the game goes away and you have nowhere to play it. Like, that hurts the players. So I think collectability is the glue that holds both of those things together. Very curious to hear what you guys think in the comment section there about that. Look, Backstab. Oh my gosh. The artwork is so cool. I like Backstab. And what's the other one? That it looks like she's about to backstab somebody? Sneak Thief. So yeah, we were playing around with these pre-cons yesterday. Ooh, teleport. And the guy who I was playing with, Brian, has never played a TCG before. He's only played board games. And we're playing with the precons, and so I was explaining to him how the precons work, and most very much similar to like a board game. And he was amazed by the idea that you could then take that and build off of it. He was like, man, that's so cool that you can build off of it. And so it was amazing because this guy has no TCG experience, how much fun he had just with the idea that he can go and do something completely different with the deck list that's already created. And so that's really encouraging, because I think one of the biggest markets for Sorcery is going to be those fringe board game players who have been at a local game store and they've kind of seen people playing Magic and they've always wanted to get involved, but here they are, and they don't. There's so many cards in Magic the Gathering that oh man, this card is so good. This card sells out like instantly. Look at this. It's a mana sink, so you can just keep gaining power. So on turn 5, 6, 7, when you don't have anything else to do, this card is so powerful, so good. Anyway, I think Sorcerer is a great tag to that, because it plays very similarly, right? Like on a board. And then on top of that, people who missed out on the Magic or whatever get to start at the ground floor. So there's not all these millions of cards that they have to learn, and there's not a new set coming out every 3 days that they have to learn and understand the new mechanics and understand the new cards. They can play it casually and also enjoy it from the day to day. Like Brian is notorious for buying board games and not playing them just because he likes the way that they look, and he sleeves up the board games, and he's got a bunch of games that he's never played. And this will be a fun experience for him because he'll get to really enjoy something other than just putting on a shelf. He gets to enjoy opening and collecting, and then deck building and bringing it out once or twice a month, rather than for other TCGs you got to do it more often. That I think is going to be a really big win for him. So anyway, long-winded conversation about the different environments for this, but this box seems interesting, right? We've got some unique sites, we've got a lot of it, the typical elites, but we're not getting any super spicy stuff. We still have some more foils left though, and we do still have more uniques here. So this last left side is going to be our favorite side. The Mordic Druids are really cool too. Elite Mortals of Primordial Vengeance. Yeah. So the beta delay is happening. Everybody seems to have gotten over that. That didn't really affect the market at all. At least it definitely affected some people's like frustrations, but I had nobody cancel any pre-orders on my website, which is a good sign. I've got a bunch of pre-orders, so it seems like people are still pretty into it and are excited and are just like, oh, okay, it's something that happened. And definitely want to see Eric's Curiosa get this figured out, especially for the next set. I kind of look at beta as like the main release of the game, and so once you've released, it's okay if maybe there's a couple delays or whatever on the release, but once you've released, once you're out there, I think it's important that you get it covered and get it handled. Boneyard, another unique site. So lots of unique sites. Oh, and the Werewolf, this is a popular foil. That is a beautiful and popular foil. Look at that thing. That artwork is so cool. So cool. All right, well, our goal to open a curio or a foil stone remains. It is a continuous journey to finding out, is there actually curios in here? Because I know people keep posting them like they have them, but I have no evidence. I have no evidence of myself opening one. So, we need that. Seasoned Sellsword, another good card. Boss Troll? Curio? No. Some of these trolls on the back say Curio. That's what we're looking for when we're flipping those over. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to weigh in my thoughts on the game a little. Oh, Mirror Realm, not the Curio version. Beautiful card though. One of my favorite artworks of the game. Absolutely stunning. I just love the idea of it. I just love the idea and the thoughts that evokes. Speaking of the lore, right, of the game. Another thing that came up with Brian is I had told him, we've been talking about this game for forever, right? I've told him, listen, when you play it, you're creating a story. Oh, Death Speaker. Heck yeah. You're creating a story And at the end of the game, you know, you'll have a story that was told in the game. He's like, I don't understand that. So after the game, you know, we played, and he was like, dude, that's exactly what happened. Like, we created a story, and it could have gone completely different, but like, I get it now. And so that was cool that he picked that up. But anyway, Rimland Nomads. I'm too many days, a couple days removed from what happened in the game, that I can't remember exactly what happened. So the story must not have been that good, but in the moment, he really enjoyed it. So Major Explosion. And Swan Maidens. All right, that's probably gonna be our last foil. Man, it is a challenge. This challenge we've embarked on to pull a curio or a foil stone. It is a challenge. The last shot here at it is a silence, trying to silence me, keep me from opening boxes, you stupid curios. All right, so no curio. We did get a mostly unique site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique sites, plus the occult ritual and the orb. Pretty good on the uniques. Nothing crazy, but pretty good. Mirror Realm's really good. And then our foils, you know, 8 foils, and 2 of them are elites. I mean, this Adept Illusionist that's a big card. So at the end of the day, you know, it's a good box, but nothing too crazy. Let me know what you think about collectability and the importance of that in the TCG and the fun of opening and all that stuff. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hopefully you have yourself a great day. Be kind to the people around you. We'll see you guys next video.